What is up everyone, I am Demon Cringe, and today I got a piece of news about something that a lot of people have been anticipating, for better or for worse. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick and Morty Season 4 has been confirmed. Yes everyone, I am not kidding you, and it looks like when it finally debuts, the beautiful fandom that we all love is gonna be able to increase their IQs even more, much to our dismay. And what's also pretty funny is that this article is on denofgeek.com, which if you remember, if you're a long-time viewer of mine, I did actually talk about Rick and Morty Season 3 by reading a Den of Geek article, so I guess it all came full circle, yeah. So later I'll be speaking a little bit of my opinion on this. Now let us get into this whole shebang. So it says Rick and Morty has taken notoriously long breaks in between seasons. It's not as much of a rarity for highly popular television shows as it once was, but fans certainly get antsy in anticipation of their favorite show to return. While we had a very little information about the prospects of Rick and Morty in Season 4. Since the end of the last season caused some contract difficulties, it looks like all of these things have been strained out. Series co-creator Justin Roiland finally broke the silence on the negotiations with an Instagram post. The illustration states that 70 more episodes of Rick and Morty are on the way, going by the last season's 10 episodes, then potentially 7 more seasons of Rick and Morty. Wow. The official word of the network states that Adult Swim has made a long-term overall deal with the creators that will include 70 new episodes of the critically acclaimed series that follows a sociopathic genius scientist who drags his inherently timid grandson on insanely dangerous adventures across the universe. It's about time. Oh yeah, it has been about time. You know, the lulls have dried up a little bit, and we need a refreshing, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, don't get your hopes up too high about the new season debuting anytime soon, as over here it says it may actually be as late as late 2019 and all that. Writer Ryan Ridley, in an interview with the Detroit Cast, said it could be a longer hiatus than usual, since the writers haven't even started on the 4th season yet. He actually said, quote, "I know how long this show takes to write, let alone animate, and I'd be surprised if there was a 4th season on the air anytime sooner than 2019, late 2019. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much straight from the horse's mouth, you know, from someone working directly on the show. Shows like this, they do tend to, you know, like get a bit lengthy with the writing and animation process, especially with this that happened, you know, with the whole contract difficulties. But you know, I do think that since 70 episodes have been confirmed and all that, I do think that the hiatuses will be a little bit shorter, because of course there's nothing to stand, you know, between them and actually getting greenlit for more episodes. So yeah, I just hope that that everything goes smoothly. Shortly after Season 3 concluded, Dan Harmon talked to Entertainment Weekly about a wide range of topics, including the prospect of filing out a larger episode order for Rick and Morty Season 4 and beyond. While Season 3 was officially set to be 14 episodes, production delays because of their own self-described perfectionist tendencies led to a 10-episode 3rd season, and sometimes being a perfectionist doesn't really pan out all that well, as you can see right here. You know, it was supposed to be 14, but it ended up being 10 because, well, yeah, you know, at least Season 3 didn't end up like fucking Star Citizen and all that. Harmon actually said, quote, "I mostly blame myself for doing 10 instead of 14, he told Entertainment Weekly. "I'm still learning how to do the show effectively while catering to the perfectionists in all of us. I would like to think I've learned enough from my mistakes in Season 3 that we could definitely do a 14 now, but then I have no say. Yeah, you're the guy who can do a 14, it turned out to be wrong, so we're not listening to you." So that last quote right there is pretty much a good example of how sometimes being a perfectionist can actually backfire. You know, you tend to do something, but not as much as what you said you wanted to do, and then some people may you know, lose a little bit of faith in you. But again, like I said, I really hope that the studio knows what they're doing, and I wish them all the best, honestly. He also said a few final quotes that read, "The nice healthy way to approach this is I want to prove it with the first 10 episodes of Season 4, to prove it to ourselves, to production, to the network, that it's so easy that we'll earn additional episodes." Well, that's pretty optimistic, and you know, thumbs up for that. I hope you do it and all that. He also said, "I think the audience would vote unanimously for the idea of 14 episodes instead of 10, on the condition that 4 of them would be Purge the Planet level episodes." Well, maybe, we'll see what happens. So that about wraps it up for the article. Now for my opinion on it, and honestly, I really don't have too much to say about it, because I'm not that much of a fan of Rick and Morty. I have watched the whole show, and I do think that Season 3 could have been a little bit better, honestly. Yeah. And as for the fandom, fandom, I gotta say that obviously not everyone in the Rick and Morty fandom is not, you know, so crazy that they would literally riot because McDonald's didn't give them the fucking sauce and all that stuff. You know, usually when you have a community of people and when that community like gets really big, you know, usually the ones that make themselves the loudest are the ones that put a bad name on everyone else. Yeah, you know, we remember all those crazy stories and videos about you know, the people rioting because of stupid ass Szechuan sauce. That funny pickle parody video. I remember watching a video on YouTube of some idiots saying how awesome Rick and Morty is for being nihilistic and actually trying to promote nihilism as being a good idea instead of a toxic mindset that turns you into a fucking NEET. But honestly, that's not the majority of the fandom. At least that's what I like to believe. So if you are a Rick and Morty fan and you're not one of the crazies or one of the assholes that insists on calling people low IQ simply because they don't like the show, I hope that you're excited for the new season, and I hope you enjoy the new episodes that are going to be coming. And as for the crazies, I hope they bring us a huge plethora of new ridiculous bullcrap, because it was so damn hilarious, you know, watching the aftermath of the Szechuan sauce outbreak and all that. I really hope that we will actually be able to see something as equally ridiculous and stupid, because it is just hilarious. As for me, I'm gonna be on the sidelines, you know, just watching the season. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Yeah, I really don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I just hope that everything goes smoothly in the studio, and you know, the studio knows what they're doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and press the bell icon, and if you wish to support me in a different way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, even cringe, I'll be seeing you guys else in the next video.